Welcome back to the second quarter. Buckley's Gaming Centre bringing us the scoreboard this quarter in conjunction with guest video. And we have got the green light flashing, but the umpire has got his finger on the pulse, or not. No, he hasn't. Could be, oh no, it's where it should be. And as we see, the second quarter scoreboard shows Bannockburn, who played a very, very good quarter. I hate to say it because Ronnie Brown's going to say, I'll pick them. 2-5 Walls 1-31 Bannockburn, leading Werribee Central's 2-14, and the goal umpires have fixed the official scoreboard here on guest video. Correct again.
Umpire Chadson now to commence the second quarter. This time, good work Moore nullifies the aggression of Sean Stewart, who's been terrific. There's been a whistle on play. High tackle has been placed on Simon Calvert, the dashing young centreman for Werribee, and a high ball he kicks. Up there looking for Peter Gray, is it? No, it looked like Mickey Cunningham, was it? It was. Couldn't hold the ball. Comes to ground. Pack of players have formed. And, oh, he pulled one out of his hat, umpire Chaston.
I'm glad you said hat.
Robert Massara, the long-sleeved Guernsey legs 11.
He's playing all right.
Massara, yeah.
This bloke.
Bobby Boy comes in from 45 metres, the drop punt. Gee, it's a lovely looking kick. He's popped it through, I think you'll find.
Yeah, so.
Great goal off the boot there of Robbie Massara. And they've got a couple of the Werribee VFA boys back.
Oh, have they?
VFL side, isn't it? Yeah, VFL, isn't it?
It is the VFL, very good.
And we had players that were sort of sitting on the bench in the reserves and got sick of sitting on the bench and came over to Werribee Centrals for a game, and I think Robbie could be one of them. And that's a lovely goal off his boot this afternoon. And that bridges the gap now. 3-2-20 Werribee Centrals, 5-1-31. Nice way to start the second quarter. 1 minute gone of the turn. Back to the centre. Under pressure there was, I think you'll find Flanagan. Got it across to Harding now. His penetrating kick to half forward. Looks there to Ronnie Pilgrim, but hotly pressed by his opponent, Paul Pro-Hart. And it's now out of bounds, right half forward, about 60 metres from the Bannockburn goal. And some fine shots this afternoon by our technician, cameraman, Brett Revere. Obviously went home early last night, Brett.
No, the bosses are here today, mate. He's working under pressure.
Ball now. In defence, Hawkes was good. Over the top he went to Beck. Flattened as he kicked. Out wide. Winter in front there of Morley. Kicks off.
He's really held then, wasn't he, Winter?
He was. Oh, high tackle. Not paid by the umpire.
Oh, there's a throw.
Advantage paid. Good work there again was from Brad Jewell. Picks out Simon Calvert now at centre wing for Werribee. Lead Luke Luddick in front of Dallahan. Looks a bit proppy on that right leg. Luddick was good though. Looked, could have been a push against Hewitt, but not paid. Mopping up was the chicken hawk, Paul Wentworth, but his left foot kick, not a good one, Niall. Didn't steady on that occasion and has kicked it out of bounds on the full. And Werribee now to get the penalty free kick, and Luke Luddick recipient.
Just getting back to Brett Revere and having a late night, I know for a fact he didn't have an early night Thursday night. I know that for a fact.
What was he doing?
He's drinking beer with me. It's good, isn't it?
Thanks for the invitation, dear folks. Well, you can finish the game off by yourself.
It's about the dummy run. He's taking the headsets off. That's okay. The ball's at centre half back. Clean bowl and all. That was that Paul Wentworth. But he sprang straight to his feet. And look what he's done. He's got the football. Wild handball out to centre half back. Coming through is, I think you'll find Stewart. Gets a hands on the football. A good 30-metre handball. And he's put it to Mickey Cunningham. And Mick got well tackled. And he had to get rid of it in an unusual fashion. And he did so. But he put the ball over the boundary line on the full, actually, because he's got a boot to it. The ball, he's just at the bar. Yeah, he spat that at me because I'm taking him out for a drink Thursday night. Well, you can't be invited everywhere. It was by chance, Rod, we ran into one another. It was just a fluke.
Ball centre half for Massara.
Kick back.
Yeah, good work there to Calvert. His left foot kick, not a good one, but in front of his opponent.
Good hands.
Far too easy.
That number 8.
Jack Hawksy, that famous number 8 jumper, go, bang! bang!
I knew I
20
shouldn't have said
and
it.
he slotted through. He was in the back pocket a moment ago. Andy Hawkes, a talented utility player for the Werribee Central side, kicks his first. And they're back in town, the Centrals. 4-2-26. Trial Bannockburn 5-1-31. 4.5 minutes gone this second quarter. And that's what was by Buckley's Gaming Centre, Breakwater Road, Felmunga. It's actually Felmunga's Road, Breakwater.
It's Felmunga. I've never heard of him.
But I was just tricking.
Fishmonger's brother, our cameraman said.
I thought you'd like that. Got you all.
Anyway, it keeps the game going as we've now been travelling Zachary 5 minutes. The ball goes up. The big fella Stewart got it down, but it's been well intercepted that time by Nathan Rose, who punches the ball up there to Ronnie Pilgrim, who is the senior vice captain, and was kicked up there by Nathan Rose, who is the deputy senior vice captain.
Yes, and very important players to the Bannockburn success here this afternoon.
It's good to see that they've got a lot of leaders out there. I mean, Kevin Connor's assistant coach, Paul Wentworth, senior vice captain, Steve Winner, the coach, Ronnie Pilgrim's another vice captain, and Clinton Shaw, vice captain.
Cooks can spoil the broth.
Nathan Ray, you got to have leaders all around the ground, mate.
Well,
I bet you Stevie Winter is actually the boss, though.
I'm sure of that, as there's been a whistle on play out of side half forward flank. Now Bannockburn into attack, but it's the first time in this quarter they have. Moore did well, got it to Chops Connors, left foot toe poke, but again in front. Good work, Timmy Ellis in front of Roworth. Ellis on the left foot, plays on, kicks straight down the corridor, a lovely footy. The lead there was from Cunningham. Nathan Rose paddled it forward. Good work to Damien Tom. Held the ball a bit too long and has since turned it over. And some nice work there by that boy again, Brad Jewell. Goes out wide, Calvert with quick hands to Stewart. Was good football. Oh, Stewart thumps the ball up on the left foot. Up to Cunningham, the krill bounce. Masara's there. Can he pick it up? It could be Mascara's cousin, I think you'll find. He's got it back again. No, he's lost it to Wentworth. The chicken hawk to Chops. Connors was beautiful footy. And the Tigers get a little bit of breath there in defence, but not far because coming out in front, Matty Hallam takes the grab at centre-half back.
Gets it across to Morley, goes onto his left boot, kicks it up the half-forward line for Werribee. Nobody can take the mark. Stumped forward by Colliger. Going in hard was Pilgrim. Couldn't do anything with it. The ball's been forced out of bounds, right on the centre wing in front of the commentary box, Ron.
Yeah, some interesting moves by both sides as we see Hawks now got a tagging role on Troy Colliger. It's worked so far. Colliger hasn't had a sniff in this second quarter.
Very clever.
Took a great slips catch, not paid by the umpire. Steve said why. He was good enough to get his kick away though. Looks there for Andrews, and under a bit of pressure by his opponent in Hallam, who's been great this afternoon for Werribee. Ball kicked quickly up the centre half forward for the Werribee side. Run up house, Robbie throws his weight around, paddles it forward. Rick Cunningham is there. Rick Harding, I should say, is there. But he was hotly pressed by Simon Calvert, the centreman for Werribee Central's Footy Club. And it was nice to see our friend Grubbications here this afternoon.
It was. We thought he wasn't here, but he was inside having a free meal with the Bannockburn past players.
El Presidente of the Werribee Central's Centurions Football Club. And good afternoon to the grubber.
He couldn't help himself. He had to come over and give us a gobful of cheek, didn't he?
Well, he normally would he loves sitting up in the commentary box.
He does.
But he just
wanted to eat.
Takes over and can't get a word in. So, sorry, but you've been sacked this afternoon.
Sharp little kick from Nathan Rose up the half-forward line. And I reckon he's a bit stiff. He didn't have prior opportunity to get rid of that. I reckon the ball was pinned to his body, Ron.
Yeah, a tough call, but Bannockburn are the recipients of that indiscretion from the umpire as Clinton Shaw, lovely kick up to the pocket. Ooh, was there a push there on Roworth?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Good, it's a good match-up there, isn't it? And Roworth gets up hobbling. Roland Beck doing well in defence for the Werribee side. It's out of bounds left forward pocket. It's about 20 metres now from the Bannockburn goal. Early stages of the second quarter. Time check shows 8.5 minutes gone. Oh, a quick shot goal from Flanagan. I think you'll find
It's through. That
Has
is.
he put it through?
Yep.
A great snap there from
Yes.
the utility player for the Tigers. Corey Flanagan kicked his first, and a badly needed 6 goal for Bannockburn.
They did need that, right?
They did. Brings the margin back to 11 points. Their first score for the term, the Bannockburn side. And as I mentioned a moment ago, 9 minutes gone of this second quarter. Buckley's Gaming Centre scoreboard now.
Yes. Second quarter, as you said, we've been going, 10 minutes, Ron? And 6-1-37 Bannockburn. Werribee Central's 4-2-26.
Back to the centre, and again, Bannockburn with Stevie Gadd hard at it. Can he keep the ball in front? He does. Good paddle on too, and picks up the drainer. His kick under pressure drops short, coming out hard at it now. Oh, Damien Tom. Great play. Hand pass, couldn't find the target. Now an opportunity here for the Werribee side. Good work in defence. Kicking the ball right across to the members' side of the ground. A bad kick on that occasion. Picks out Clinton Shaw, who high balls it to the high flyers. Oh, the lead of the chance.
Oh, Colliger!
Colliger hasn't had a kick all term. I think you'll find has had a very important one in this second quarter, Noel Fanny.
Exactly.
And pops through his second.
Yeah.
Great goal, Troy Colliger.
Oof.
Nappies, they're awfully wet at the minute because the past players are absolutely ecstatic in the Bill Caldo Pavilion, and Bannockburn fight back. Beautiful kicking for goal. 7-1, 43 points. They trail lead Werribee Central's 4-2-26 margin, back to 17 points, and we have a ball game.
And it's very, very accurate kicking.
Absolutely.
There's been 11 goals, 3 kicked, Ron. It's not a bad effort from the boys out there, but then again, there's no wind and the sun is shining and the birds are singing.
They certainly are, and Peter Dolder is working hard for Bannockburn. I haven't seen the Werribee runner out much, as we see Luke Luddick now trap the ball in the centre of the ground for Werribee from that bounce down from that last lovely goal of Troy Colliger. Good fist away was from Nathan Rose. Loose ball out wide, kicked off the carpet. Timmy Ellis was okay, but a bit too wide for his teammate. It's out of bounds. A good 70 metres now from the Werribee Central goal.
And just as well it was too wide, Ron, because I think if it hadn't have been, Wentworth would have swooped on it.
Yeah, the swooper, the chicken hawk, as he's known out here. The boundary throw-in, not a good one. Unfair there because it didn't give the ruckman a contest, and Peter Gray in front just kicks quickly up to the pocket. And again, boundary umpire hopefully can do a little bit better effort on this occasion. Right foot pocket, 50 metres out from Werribee goal. Let's have a look. Woof, that's a bit better. Gave the ball a bit more air. More this time in front of Peter Gray.
He did it easy. Oh, Stevie Winter's gone crook there behind play too. He didn't agree with that free kick or that decision. He must have thought there was a free kick to one of his boys.
Yeah, as Chops Connors just noticed, sort of points to his nose. The umpire said, it's still intact, son.
And it's not bleeding.
Umpire Allenson throws the ball in the air. Players getting a little bit aggressive.
He's picked one out.
Looks like it's going to go the way of Werribee Centrals, and I think you'll find it's Peter Gray.
Yep.
The big centre-half forward now for the Centurions, as we've got some updated scores around the grounds, and at quarter time, Eastern Suburbs, Noel, North Geelong leading by... Well, Eastern Suburbs leading by 6 points. Good contest there.
Oh, Belpost Hill doing West. It's an interesting one.
4.5 goals up, Belpost Hill.
5 points, Thompson, over Corio.
Yes, and 5 points, Belmont Lions leading Anarchy.
That turn up.
Yep, Alan Moore, the secretary of the GDFL, supplying us up-to-date scores here this afternoon.
As we see a lovely kick off the boot from the number 2 Guernsey in Luke Luddick for the Werribee Centrals. Puts it through for a 5th goal.
And Belmont Lions reserves had their another win.
Is that right?
For the season, so the Lions roaring down there at East Belmont Way. Congratulations to them. As a lovely goal, his second, Luke Luddick this afternoon, a real opportunist around the goal mouth for the Werribee Central side. Kicks their 5th. They now move to 5 goals, 232, trailing Bannockburn 7-1-43, Buckley's Gaming Centre scoreboard.
The ball is hit, kicked forward into the Werribee scoring zone, but just briefly went inside the 50-metre arc, picked up that time and cleared. Winter has got the run of the ball, but chipping in nicely for Stephen Delahunt was for Bannockburn. And the Winter ran on beautifully there, and he gets the football given to him, but there's been a free kick. Winter kicked it down the ground, and there was a free kick paid to Werribee, and College has said, no, I'm going to play on. And that free kick actually was paid to Corey Flanagan, and College have played on, had a shot at goal, and missed.
Against Justin Morley for a push, and I don't really see the advantage of that.
There was no advantage, you're right. There was no advantage.
Went forward anyway, and I think the umpire was very friendly in allowing Troy Colliger to continue on with the ball. It should have been brought back from where the infringement took place. Fortunately, from a Werribee point of view, Troy Colliger's kick was offline. Ball brought back into play. Lovely kick there too from Roland Beck to the outer side of the ground. Good 55-metre job. Morley, ground level, did well. The vice-captain of Werribee goes out wide, finds his teammate running on Peter Gray. Was good play. The hand pass, not a good one though from the big centre-half forward. Stevie Delahunt cuts in and chips a hand pass to the direction of Nathan Rose, whose little left foot kick to centre wing is not a good one. And the ball spills free, and now Werribee with an opportunity. Henson's there though for Bannockburn.
Oh, luck.
Bit of pressure. Flanagan stole it and then kicks hurriedly up to half forward. Ronnie Pilgrim, who's had a bit of a dirty day so far, I'd suggest been beaten by Paul Hart so far on the clash. Kicks it now to the centre of the ground, slipping at the crook. Was Winter, but
no one went to him.
And he's kicked now up looking for Ronnie Pilgrim. Work again by Pro Hart. Punts the ball out wide with the fist. Sure, that was good play. Good vision too, and Rick Hart takes the ball at half forward. Good 55 metres from goal. Plays on quickly. The lead. Harding kicks to Harding. It was Roworth, in fact.
And you see Stormy storming down the ground, and they're no closer, but they're probably on a better angle with the way there's just a slight breeze out there, even though it doesn't seem like there is, Ron.
Okay.
And he's probably
good team footy.
Yep, and I'd say Stormy just about popped this through.
Apologies to Darren Roworth. I called him Rick Harding.
Oh, I wouldn't worry, Rowie, mate. He'd just look at you and grin, wouldn't he?
But they're both long sleeve Guernseys, both very lightly built. Stevie Wills dropped punt kick though from 45, 50-metre line actually. He's just sprayed it to the right, and a minor score off the boot of the coach of the Tigers. Moves them now to 45 points, leading Werribee Central's 32. Time check of the second quarter. 17 minutes gone. Ball kicked out wide. Mark taken by Clinton Shui. Played on foolishly and lost it. His second effort was good. And finds Corey Flanagan. Flanagan looks up there. Oh,
sure.
Rainer Andrews.
Andrews.
Out, yeah, took a great mark in front of the pressure there for Paul Hart. But just a bit too strong on that occasion. The drainer, Shane Andrews. And he's got an opportunity here. 45 metres out directly in front. He's kicked one straight so far. Normally a lovely kick of the football.
You're not wrong, Ron. You picked it and won. He's put it straight over the top of the umpires. Tit for tat. That's his hat. And that brings up Bannockburn's 8th run.
Looking very good at the minute, Bannockburn. Their runners, their half-back line well on top. Midfield are doing quite good. And, of course, with Andrews up there and Damien Tom on their forward line, been very busy. Bannockburn enjoying a very handy... what's that now?
51, yep.
51 plays 32, margin back to 19 points. And yeah, Bannockburn looking very good on the Buckley's Gaming Centre. Second quarter scoreboard. About, 20 minutes gone? Second quarter.
Yeah, about 18 minutes gone as we see the ball go up. Coming across the back of the pack that time for Werribee was Conrad Slavinkas. He kicks the ball up to the forward line and he hits Shane Jack on the chest. Jack just inside the 50-metre, kicks from 50, puts it up into the goal square, and it comes off the back of the pack and goes through for a point to Werribee Sentinels. And for Werribee, really did, Ron, need to answer that goal straight away then.
Well, they nearly did. The mark nearly paid by the umpire to Mickey Cunningham. His second bite of the cherry, just couldn't hold it. And we're waiting now on Stevie Delahunt to bring the ball back into play. The full-back, although he's kicked a well-weighted one, a good 55-metre drop punt, but Simon Kelvin, the young dashing centre, better judgment. Goes up looking for the lead of Cunningham, but a bit well weighted again. Defence there from Bannock. Henderson finds.
That was a pretty professional kick, Ron.
It was. More good luck than good management, I'd suggest, as the hand pass to the Pilgrim was okay, but his kick, not a good one. He's kicked it straight into the commentary box here at centre wing member's side of the ground. Going to be throw in. Stewart and Moore do battle.
This time, good work by Moore. The ball's tapped forward, and we see coming through that time for Werribee Centrals was Calvert, but his kick goes off the pack further up the field, and it will be probably cross half forward to be thrown in right in front of the brand new scoreboard here at Bannockburn. It's probably 2 years old, that scoreboard, but it's still new in my eyes. They go over the back of the pack. Werribee kicked off the ground that time by Muir, but I think you'll find there's been a free kick given against Nathan Rose, and it will go to a holding decision, I'd say, and it's gone to Conrad Slavinkas. And he's the man on the mark's right on the 50-metre arc, so Ronnie be kicking for what, 54 metres?
Yeah, I don't believe it. I think, is Slavinkas got football boots on or not? The runners?
No, they're boots. Get a close-up of that, will you, Brett, as we after we see this.
It's a nice-looking kick off the boot, but I think you'll find...
No, they're footy boots.
They are footy boots.
Yes.
An unusual type with a white...
Moulded soles, mate.
Okay. Well, he's kicked, though, from a good 55 metres. It's just off hands and through from minor score to the Werribee side.
But I must say, very observant, Ron.
Hunt goes to the other side of the ground with good foot. And Nathan Rose doesn't dwell on his mistakes because he's taken the ball on that outer side of the ground. Looks to Flanagan. Strong mark. The Mooton took a great grab, Corey Flanagan. Plays on now quickly. Oh, here's an opportunity for them. Loose at half forward. You'll find it. It's not Stevie. I'm not sure who that player is. It's just obviously been changed. His kick was a beauty and has picked the drainer again, I suggest. And I think you'll find that player on that outer side of the ground that took that ball. Stevie Gett's got a long sleeve Guernsey on, or he had. There's been a few changes in the bench for Bannockburn. Lucas King coming on. Not sure who went off, but
The big ruckman.
The big ruckman, okay, more. Andrews from 40 metres. I think you'll find he's hooked this one slightly. He has. He's missed it.
Why would they take the big ruckman off? I reckon he's still on against Stuart. Maybe they want to just give him a spell before half time, do you think?
Stephen Gadd has changed his jumper. He's now got the short sleeves on. Tricky little
Says picture. We've been travelling 23 minutes, Ron.
Ball now brought back in the play. Players kicking both full backs respect sides kicking the ball exceptionally well. That was a good 60-metre kick there from on that occasion Scotty Lyons, I think, brought the ball back into play for Werribee. It's well outside the 50-metre arc. It's a good 75 metres out from the Bannockburn goal, outer side of the ground.
Ball thrown in the air. This time we see Stewart get the tap. Nobody can pick it up. Ball's on the ground. Picking it up in the end that time, I think you'll find, was Kevin Connors. Did he force the ball forward or not? He did so, but it's been defended well by the Werribee boys, and they thump it over to the boundary line just outside the 50-metre arc. Outer side of the ground, clubroom end, though. And I would suggest, Ron, that the left of screen is a scoring end? No.
Well, I'd beg to differ. I reckon it's the clubroom's end.
Clubroom's end?
Bannockburn kicked 5 in the first quarter with the breeze.
And Werribee have kicked 4 with the breeze this quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on drugs.
You've only realised that?
Just realised. I don't have to be on them. I'm stupid as it is. Connors gets the football across to his teammate. He kicks the ball forward up there, and he's put it over the boundary line on the full. And Werribee will take the relieving kick right up hard against the point post.
Scotty Lyons, I'd suggest, who's been pretty busy in defence for the number 5 Guernsey for the Centurions. A lovely kick too, below in front. Quentin Shaw again. He's playing well this afternoon. Pulls in a great grab. Plays on quickly. Creating drop punt. Just fell short of Damien Tom. Paddled forward by the Werribee defence. Opportunity. Oh, Rowie went one way. Oh, the little whistle. No. Oh, he got out of it. How he did, I don't know. Kick not a good one. As hand pass all lines put Scotty Johnson on the ground now for Werribee. Ends up with the ball there. Our defender. Smothered off the boot, falls to Stewart, who quickly kicks to the centre of the ground. Loose ball sees now. Oh, good work from the dashing Sylvinskas, the wingman for Werribee. Got the ball forward.
Good work.
Flanagan, who's been pretty tough.
That was tough. That was tough stuff.
And he's just
he should get a free kick, really.
Responding to Mazzara. Well, they both were hard.
That's right. There's nothing untoward.
Good call from the umpire. Throws it in the air. And a fisted away Lucas King was good. He's gathered a good 30 metres towards the Bannockburn goal. And no love lost between these two sides, and so there shouldn't be. They're both very successful clubs of GDFL footy. And
first and second on the ladder, Ron.
It's pretty entertaining stuff so far.
Connor's got his boot into that and put it over the boundary line. He actually did the rough work, the little bloke. He got it out in front of his teammate. Handball kicks it back into the centre half forward position. Nearly a nice mark taken that time by Mazzara, but he couldn't quite handle it. Teammate goes him back after it. Kick forward by Scott Johnson. Johnson's ball spills free. This time we see Bannockburn through Morley. This Stephen Delahunt, relieve the pressure for the Werribee boys, and it's kicked forward.
Opportunity here now for the Bannockburn side, and a Werribee player is in trouble. I won't repeat what a supporter of Bannockburn yelled out there. Johnny Pilgrim picked it up. I think he said fat boy.
Well, you're not allowed to repeat it, Ron.
But he was offline, and
this boy's in trouble. He's coming off the ground. It's like an arm. Yeah.
Could have damaged the elbow or wrist. He's in a bit of pain. Ball brought back into play, and I think out of sight of the ground, Robbie Edgar read the flight of the ball off the pack superbly. Kicks to half forward. Trapped well there, Timmy Ellis. Hand pass back to Edgar was good play. Robbie, they just got the fumbles at the crucial time and has been penalised behind the footy. Good decision, umpire Allenson. And I think it is 8-5-53 now, Bannockburn.
I think you're right.
Werribee Central's 5-4-34.
You are correct.
Is 19 points. Ball now centre wing. Harding. Good vision, goes to board, but chipping in. Shane Jack was good football for the Werribee side. He kicked not a good one though. Allows the defensive Delahunt and also Rose to stand firm. Hewitt's there, hand pass, not a good one. Could have been a free kick there for Alice, but no, said the umpire. Ludd now picks it up and screws the ball over his right shoulder. But Nathan Rose, the Dow defender, takes a nice grab and hand passes quickly on out of the run of Stevie Delahunt.
But really had nowhere to go, so he's kicked it out in the wide open spaces. And boy, look at this fella go from Bannockburn. But unfortunately, he was tackled right at the very moment he picked the ball up in, it looks like Lucas King.
Yeah, ex-Mottawarra reserve
player. I tell you what, he's got some pace.
Yeah, very quick, very athletic big man.
Colliger goes in after it, hands in the middle of his back. He probably could have got the free kick, but the umpire decided he was going to call play on as it goes over the boundary line, and it will be thrown in again. This time in the forward pocket for Werribee, and we have been travelling 26 minutes, 27 minutes of this second quarter out here, and we wait for the umpire to bring Peter Dolders out in the ground, and the umpire's telling him to go away. No, he must have gave his message to Steve Winner wanted him for something. Ball thrown in, coming out magnificently, comes across to where Winner gets the football. He didn't know what to do with it, but he got it across to his teammate, ends up with Connors. Connors kicks onto his left foot, kicks it down there looking for his forwards, but good defensive work by... I've been gassed. Coming out, Ronnie Pilgrim.
It was good work though from Pilgrim to go across to Chop Scholars, whose left foot kick looked at Damien Tom, came out hard at it, loose ball, spills free. Scotty Johnson working hard for Werribee, as we see players from both sides going very hard at the footy. Pack of players formed and the umpire called for a bounce 50 metres now from the Bannockburn goal. Let's have a look. 28 minutes gone of this second quarter, and Bannockburn still enjoying a 19-point advantage.
It's all right for you, Brett, to stand over there and laugh. I'm stuck in the corner. I can't move.
What's happened up here, but yeah, it's unusual air out here at Bannockburn this afternoon.
I'll say it is.
Oh, good luck there, King. Loose ball spills free. The Werribee side defend well. Find the boundary line. Out of side, half forward flank. And we'll have another boundary throw in. And Lucas King really jumping into the big man, Sean Stewart. It'll be interesting to see how Stewart now combats the young athletic ruckman for Bannockburn.
As we hear the siren sound to terminate the first half out here at Bannockburn, and we see on the Buckley's Gaming Centre scoreboard, Bannockburn 8-5-53, leading Werribee Central to a 5-4-34. That is a 19-point advantage, Ron.
It certainly is, Noel, and to Bannockburn's credit, they've extended their lead from 17 points at quarter time to 19 at half time in what would be very pleasing for Coach Steve Winter. Werribee came out with guns blazing in that second quarter, kicking the first 2 goals of the term, and Luke Ruddock and Andy Hawks having a hand in both of those. But to the steadiness of the Bannockburn side, some fine work with Shane Andrews and Troy Colliger were able to answer those goals quickly, and as we've mentioned, have gone in now at half time. 19-point leaders for the Bannockburn side. Trainer Shane Andrews, 2 goals, and Troy Colliger with 2 singles to Damien Tom, Corey Flanagan, Matty Pilgrim, and Aaron Roworth. For the Centurions, Luke Buck with 2 and singles to Andy Hawks, Robbie Masara, who left the ground late in the second quarter with, I suspect, a possible broken arm, and Shane Jack, the other goal kicker for the Werribee Central side. Interesting first half of football, not the underdog, doing a little bit better at the minute here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn.
They are, Ron, and I'd say the better players for the Centurions is the big bloke in the ruck hasn't tired, and he's been going along quite nicely the whole time. I liked Conrad Slavinka's that quarter for Werribee, very good again. And once again, too, up the back half, Brad Jewell, he's... although he's not standing out, he's just working hard across there. I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, Bannockburn, ably assisted in that quarter. I thought some fine work. I was pretty impressed with the leader of the band in Stevie Winter. I thought his quarter...
He played all right that quarter, didn't he, the coach, the old bloke?
Chops Connors again.
Yeah, number 3, yeah, I've got him. Matter of fact, I reckon he was their best.
Stephen Delahunt. Also, in defence, Shane Andrews, to give a mention to, was a nice mover on the forward line, and Corey Flanagan with a little bit of G&D shown in that quarter.
Very good.
52 guns.
Yep.
I'll mention. Well,
Totally agree.
We'll be back with action of the third and final.